Hey guys, James here from TCGU University coming back at you with another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing you Jeff's Voldo deck. So make sure to show Jeff some love down below on what you think about his Voldo deck. And let's get into it. Okay guys, Voldo is a 7/19 with Chaos, Death, and Void. Our deck is under Chaos today. He has two abilities. E, once per turn, remove one card from your hand. Your opponent choose... Man, that glare getting me. Remove one card from your hand. Your opponent chooses one attack card in your discard pile. Add the chosen card to your hand. And then R, after the combat phase begins, your opponent chooses one attack in your discard pile. For the rest of the turn, after you play a card that shares a name with that chosen card, your opponent discards one card. Sorry guys, that glare's getting to me, and I want to make sure I read everything correctly for you guys, so there's no confusion on like rules and such. So that's very strong. Getting to just pick up an attack for free is very cool. Getting to be able to make your opponent discard is also very good, especially if you end up with multiple copies of an attack in your hand. And with his support, you get to really manipulate how your discard works, meaning you're probably going to get the multiple copies in your hand, which is just super, super rad. So we'll go to the assets first. 2 Manji Sword and Fuma Blade. It is a 2/6. R, once per turn, check a 7. After you play a weapon card, your opponent destroys one foundation. E, check a 5. If you have 3 or more weapon cards in your card pool, draw one card. Increasing our hand size from being a 7-hander to an 8-hander is very nuts. As a 1 mid block and lets us destroy foundations if we check well. Super good. And then his asset, which is just makes him nuts, is Mayonnaise. It's a 1/5, no block. First form, shuffle up to 3 cards from your discard pile into your deck. Shuffle 3 cards from your discard pile into your deck. You shuffle 3 attacks back. Because who cares if you check bad if you're just going to get to make your opponent discard all their cards anyways. Who cares? And then E, commit. Your opponent chooses one attack in your discard pile. And this attack gains all of its enhanced abilities printed on that card. Nuts. You get to get multiple. If you have picked a multiple attack, you get all the enhanced abilities on the card on the text box. Stun 2, stun. You get all those cool enhances, all for just by committing this, which is just crazy. And like just that first form not being a commit or anything, just the cost is just do it, is just super nuts in Voldo specifically. Okay, so first attack we're playing is Hyper Bomb. Hyper Bomb's a 3 low for 5/5 diff. Stun 2 weapon. If this attack is not blocked, draw a card, forcing our opponent to block. And then E, commit 1 foundation. If your opponent has more vitality than you do, you get to destroy one of their foundations that was committed due to its stun ability. This card works really well with Voldo himself. I'm gonna move Voldo up here. With Voldo himself, just mainly because like if you force them to discard, they're forced to block this, which is kind of like another discard. So you kind of force 2 cards out of their hand just by playing Hyper Bomb and his ability. If you get to name the Hyper Bomb as their card, if they name Hyper Bomb as the card, because then if they don't block, you get to draw, which becoming an 8-hander is just nuts. 4 Mikasa Cure. It's a 5/3, 4 mid for 3. Fury safe weapon. R, E, remove 1 card from your hand. Your opponent chooses 1 attack in your discard pile. Add the chosen card to your hand. If the chosen card has the weapon keyword, your next check gets +2, meaning you're definitely going to pass your next card. Basically, you get to pick up a chosen attack, which is always the attack chosen by the Voldo ability, which is also very strong. So basically, we're trying to discard our opponent's entire hand. The next card we're playing is Downward Spiral. It's a 4/2, 5 low for 5, 1 low block, charge Fury weapon. E, this attack is +X damage. X equals both players' combined printed hand size minus the total number of cards in both players' hands. E, your opponent discards 1 card. So you get to discard 1 card with this, discard 1 with Voldo if this is the chosen card. You can do so many cool combos, and then it just getting free speed and damage if you make your opponent discard their entire hand is nuts. Because everything's a weapon, we're playing for Face Splitter. It's a 3 high for 4. Combo E, this attack is +1/+1 for each weapon in our card pool, meaning it's just going to be super, super strong, super, super late in the chain. Then we're playing for Evil Bow. Evil Bow is, in my opinion, probably his best attack. It's a 4/2, 3 low for 4 with no block. It's an uncommon, guys. It's a reversal weapon. Remove 1 card from your hand. Remove 1 card from your hand. After you check this card, add 1 other card from your discard pile to your hand. Super, super strong. And then destroy 1 ready foundation. Seal your opponent's character. Remove this card after it resolves. Meaning you just get to bang a character. You just get rid of it. I don't want to deal with it. I play this as a reversal. Seal your character. I'm just not going to deal with your character for the turn. So if your opponent's holding on to like an ability they want to save, just gets rid of it. 2 Hunt for Spiders. You play it before an attack. You play your attack and then flip a problem card. Everything has, a lot of things have death under his, all of his stuff has death. I believe actually everything has death. Yeah, yep, everything has death. So if you had to build this into your staging area, after your attack deals damage, you can either force your opponent to burn for 2, or you can gain 2 and increase your 19 life just a little bit, or just get your opponent closer to death, which is also very good. Next, we're playing Tijuana. You remove 2 foundations, kind of like mess with your discard pile some more, and then just ready it. Just make sure if you check bad, because we do play 8 2s. If you check bad, you don't lose your entire staging area. Then we're playing for OG Mecca Ninja. It's a 2/5/3 low block breaker 1 weapon. Our card pool. After you play this card, your next check to play a weapon card gets +2, and then 2 E's, both check 4s. Your mid attack gets +1 damage. Your high attack gets +1 speed. It's super, super strong. Gets cards into your discard pile if you need to choose for Voldo, as well as just milling cards if you need to try and get yourself to mulligan and get rid of your entire discard pile and reshuffle your deck. Refresh, that's the word I was looking for, if you need to refresh. 3, Face of a Monster. Deadlock, you get to discard a card. Desperation, you change zones of attacks. And then you can always just pay 1 to give something minus speed, or just give something minus speed in general. Has a 2 high block as well. Super strong staple. 2, Outworld's Heiress. You pay X to get rid of a problem card, X being the difficulty of the card. You get rid of problem assets or problem, right? It's just, problem assets or problem foundations that you just don't want to deal with, and you don't want to have to, like, try to play around. You just get rid of it, gone. 2 of the Whirlite. Whirlite says, we're going to use this card as an example. So Whirlite says you can choose 1 foundation in your opponent's staging area and force your opponent to use that card's enhance ability on it. You choose one of their enhance abilities and your opponent's forced to play it. So say if your opponent's not a desperation and you flip to do its ability and you choose this Face of a Monster and say they have to play this desperation enhance. Since they're not a desperation, they're not allowed to play that enhance ability, so they must pass. And then they pass, and then you pass, and then you go to blocks, because that's how the enhanced step works. Once both players pass, you go to blocks. So you basically force your opponent into a flash situation, meaning you don't get hit by their super cool attack, or you get to minimize the damage their attack could do to you, both advantage-wise or game state-wise and whatnot. 2, reporting his failures. I actually think he should have been playing 4 of this card, in my opinion, just the way like his character works. But it's a 2/5/3 mid block. Remove if you have 1 or fewer attacks in your discard pile, draw 2 cards. Super strong ability. But I like the other ability, which is flip, add up to 3 cards from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck, meaning you know what the bottom of your deck is going to be, as well as knowing that you're getting rid of attacks in your discard pile to do Voldo's cool things. Just super strong in my opinion. And I think it's a little missed opportunity not to play 4, but it's whatever. Apparently it's 4 Whirlites. I don't know how those got missed. Sorry guys. It's 4 Whirlites. Man, did those get lost? No, it's just this one. Hopefully it's just this one, but 1 with nature. It's a 2/5/3 low block. You can discard a card from your hand and make your opponent's block modifier get +2 to it. Then once per turn, after you discard a card, you can give +1 damage to an ability, to an attack. Basically, just making sure your attacks don't get blocked and making sure your attacks deal damage is one of the best ways to make sure you actually get to kill somebody. We're playing, because we play bad checks, Azure Nightmare is a must. It is a 1/6/3 high block that says we can discard cards to ready it, meaning when we do check bad, we can just get rid of cards we don't need to be able to pass our checks. 3 extended lifespan. When you draw or add cards, I'm going to draw or add cards just to make sure we both kind of end up in the same situation. If I make you get back in resources, I don't want you to try and jump ahead. So if I make you discard your entire hand and you try to draw, I'm going to draw an extra card too, just to make sure I can kill you even better. 3, Samurai Roboto. You can ready a foundation in your opponent, and you can ready one of your opponent's foundations and get +1/+1 to an attack. Super strong if your opponent has no cards in hand. So you discard their entire hand and then start giving +1/+1s to everything, making sure that the damage you do deal is a lot. 2, Fallen Master. E-commit, this tech is -1 speed, -1 damage. It's a 1/6/2 high block. It's very good when we want to play a lot of cards and we're trying to balance the 2 checks we play, as well as just being a spam if we really need it to be. 2, Recovering Lost Treasures. E, flip, discard a card, shuffle 1 card from your discard pile into your deck. Your next check to play a card gets +2. Increasing our checks, especially when we play 8/2 checks, is very needed. Same reason why we play a bunch of 6 checks and a bunch of progressives. Just because if we do check a 2, we don't want it to end our turn. 1, Unpredictable Movement. You can use it. It's just a speed debuff. Commit it for -2 or destroy it for -3 to a charge. Super good card. I think maybe something's missing, or maybe you really did just want to play the 1-of. I feel like it's missing some cards, but I'll never know. This is not my deck. Again, this is Jeff's, so let him know what you think down below. Don't be too harsh. Maybe that 1-of is really a 1-of. And then the last card in the deck, guys, Uniting Rebels. We are a 7/19, which means kind of getting touched once puts us at desperation. So being able to gain vitality back to make sure we live a little longer is very needed, as well as it being a spam for when we check bed, and a 6 check to make sure we can continue doing cool combos and to balance the 2 checks in our deck. Thanks again for checking out the profile, guys. Make sure to show Jeff some love down below in the comments. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGU University. Throw us any amount of money you can there. I'm not gonna force you or twist your thumb. We love all the support you guys give us. If you want to if you can't support us that way, go ahead and go on the YouTube. We'd love it if you could just like, comment, share, subscribe to our channel. Thanks for getting us to 500 likes, guys. 500 subscribers. And as always, guys, stay learned.